Dr. Pimple Popper is known for the most grotesque videos on the internet, and today's video will be about 8 Dr. Pimple Popper extractions that will make your stomach turn inside out. Welcome back to Spinning Film, let's get into the video. Number 8, Dr. Pimple Popper diagnosed Ravon with a lipoma and cut it off his leg. My initial reaction with Ravon was, wow, Lee said, it really took me aback. I thought I was looking at the wrong thing. After Lee determined that Ravon's growth wasn't an actual third testicle and only looked like one, she said it was likely lipoma, or a fat-filled growth that sits between a person's muscle layer and skin layer. Typically, lipomas grow slowly and are fairly small, about 2 inches in diameter, according to the Mayo Clinic. In Ravon's case, the lipoma may have grown large so quickly it started to hang off the body, Lee said, but the only way to know for sure was to cut the growth open. First, Dr. Pimple Popper had to figure out the best way to position Ravon on the exam table so she could access his lump without touching his genitals, so she had Ravon lay on his back with a pillow underneath to prop his hips up. Then, she injected a numbing medication into the growth and used a sharp knife to cut the growth open. Inside, Lee found fat deposits, signaling that the growth was a lipoma like she predicted. To fully remove the growth, Lee used surgical scissors to cut it off Ravon's body and then stitched the wound up to heal.
Ability to live your life normally.
And I think the good thing is that it's hanging off by a little stalk. It's what we call pedunculated. I can imagine that can get in the way of things.
Number 7, a horn-like growth and 6 cysts. As if it doesn't just sound disgusting already, there's more to it. It's on the patient's head. How can you grow so many cysts on your head? Well, it turns out this woman from Texas can. While Lee easily got rid of the 6 cysts, she couldn't remove a horn-like growth. It was just too tough to remove and required a surgery. Isn't that crazy?
I have good results that I can leave here with no bumps on my head.
Okay, here's Big Mama.
Number 6, heavily infected blackhead. One day, a patient with a heavily infected blackhead showed up at Lee's clinic. He had a massive gross blackhead on his back. Lee knew what was up straight away. She sadly couldn't help the poor guy due to the fact that it's very dangerous to remove infected blackheads. She decided to give him some medication to get rid of the infection so that she can deal with the blackhead when it's healed.
Do you think, I think your husband can do this too, huh? He's pretty good at this stuff. Does he know what we do where we take out a little bit of it and snip it, like about an inch or so?
Number 5, Dr. Pimple Popper pulled out a jellyfish lipoma. Once she wrangled this jiggly bump out of her patient's leg, Dr. Pimple Popper held it up and took a good look at it. It kind of looks like a jellyfish. Essentially, the bump was wrapped around her entire thigh, but now it's long gone. I'm looking forward to going into the world and showing my children a good role model, Heather says. I don't have anything to hide anymore. After the surgery, she says she's throwing away the compression shorts and shopping for short dresses. Now I feel like I've stepped into the light, she adds. Number 4, Dr. Pimple Popper cleared a horse hoof from a woman's head. Dr. Pimple Popper teased fans with a video of this crazy bump that looked like a horse hoof sticking out of a woman's head. Well, it turned out to be the patient had many massive bumps all over her head. The doc popped her way through all of them, but the horse hoof still posed a challenge. It might be my biggest obstacle yet, the doctor says. It's wedged in there. I'm really interested in seeing what happens when I knock this horn off. Dr. Pimple Popper has to use some muscle and finally gets the last one out. She also sends it in for testing and it comes back negative, so her patient is free and clear.
It really took me by surprise. If I see something on the head that doesn't look like something else that I commonly see, I'm gonna get worried because there are things that can occur there.
Number 3, Dr. Pimple Popper assisted with an avocado finger tumor removal. When Gerald comes in to see the doc, he's at his wit's end. He says, if I wake up and this bump's still on my finger, I'm just really going to throw it on the towel. He adds, if this can't solve it, nothing can. His rare tumor requires a painstaking surgery to remove. This is a one-of-a-kind, 20-year kind of thing, she says. Dr. Pimple Popper and Dr. James Lilly take care of it once and for all, and their patient is elated. I felt I had a burden lifted, Gerald says. I see the beginning of a new life. The old me is gone and the new me is here. Number 2, Dr. Pimple Popper romanced a mozzarella cheese lipoma. If lipomas don't top your list of pops, just wait until you see this ooey gooey mass Dr. Pimple Popper ends up pulling out piece by piece. You gotta romance it a bit, she says. It's made itself a nice little cozy home and it doesn't want to leave. She works on it, massaging and whining the dining the lipoma. To get it out, all it's missing from the scene is some candlelight and soft music. The content is imported from Emdame. You may be able to find the same content in another format, or you may be able to find more information at their website. Not only does this popping process make it a winner, her patient's transformation is heartwarming. She took the hump and turned it into a smile, Paul says. She made a smile in my heart. It's like I'm reborn again. Number 1, Dr. Pimple Popper sliced off dangling ear keloids. Dr. Pimple Popper removed a source of major anguish from her patient, Jen, who suffered heavily from keloids that dangle from her ears and wobbled around. In the Dr. Pimple Popper episode, Jen says, I feel like I'm a deformity, I'm unnatural. It's heartbreaking, but over these huge keloids are no match for Dr. Pimple Popper. The grosser keloids are a type of raised scar, per the American Academy of Dermatology. But after the photos are jaw-dropping, Dr. Pimple Popper completely removed all the keloids, leaving Jen ears totally free. The doctor also administered superficial radiation to ensure the keloids don't pop up ever again. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.